Hello, welcome to how to solve this equation for x and y. X square minus y square is equal to 2023. First of all, we factorize this number 2023. This number 2023 is divisible by 7. 7 2 times 14, 7 8 times 56 and 7 9 times 63. Now this number 289 is divisible by 17. 17 times 289 and 17 1 time 17. So this number 2023 is equal to 7 times 17 square, and in the equation we have x square and y square. So we suppose that let x is equal to 17m and y is equal to 17n, and we substitute these values in the equation. Then this equation becomes 17m square minus 17n square is equal to, and we can write this 2023 as 7 times 17 square. Next, 17m square is equal to 17 square times m square minus, and 17n square is equal to 17 square times n square is equal to 7 times 17 square. Now here we have 17 square, here we have 17 square, and here we have 17 square. So we divide both sides by 17 square. We divide each term by 17 square. First term divided by 17 square, and second term divided by 17 square, and the third term divided by 17 square. This 17 square will be cancelled with this 17 square, and this 17 square will be cancelled with this 17 square, and this 17 square will be cancelled with this 17 square, and here left m square minus n square is equal to 7. Next, according to the algebraic identity, a square minus b square is equal to a plus b times a minus b. This m square minus n square is equal to m plus n times m minus n is equal to, and this 7 can be factorized as 1 times 7 and 7 times 1. Now because m square minus n square is equal to a positive integer, it means this number m square is greater than this number n square. M square is greater than n square, and m is greater than n. And from here we conclude that this number m plus n is greater than this number m minus n. M plus n is greater than m minus n. So we select this pair 7 times 1. We factorize this 7 as 7 times 1, and this greater number m plus n is equal to this greater factor 7, and this smaller number m minus 1 is equal to this smaller factor 1. M plus n is equal to 7 and m minus n is equal to 1, and we add these two equations. 1m plus 1m, 2m, and this positive n will be cancelled with this negative n, is equal to 7 plus 1 8. and we divide both sides by 2, left side divided by 2 and right side divided by 2. This 2 will be cancelled with this 2, and m is equal to 8 divided by 2, 4. This is the value of m. Now to find the value of n, we put this value of m in this equation. M plus n is equal to 7. 4 plus n is equal to 7, and we move this 4 to the right side. N is equal to 7 minus 4. N is equal to 7 minus 4, 3. So the value of n is equal to 3. But we have to find the values of x and y. Now recall that we have supposed x is equal to 17m and y is equal to 17n. We have supposed x is equal to 17m and y is equal to 17n. First, in this equation we put the value of m 4. X is equal to 17 times value of m 4. X is equal to 17 times 4, 68. Now in this equation we put the value of n 3. Y is equal to 17 times the value of n is 3. Y is equal to 17 times 3, 51. So the value of x is 68 and the value of y is 51. Now to verify that these values of x and y are correct or not, we put these values in the original equation. The original equation is x square minus y square is equal to 2023. In this equation we put the value of x 68 and the value of y 51. Then this equation becomes 68 square minus 51 square is equal to 2023. Now according to algebraic identity, a square minus b square is equal to a plus b times a minus b. This 68 square minus 51 square is equal to 68 plus 51 times 68 minus 51 is equal to 2023. Next, 68 plus 51, 119 times 68 minus 51, 17 is equal to 2023. Next, 119 times 17 is 2023 is equal to 2023. From here you can see that left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So it is proved that the value of x 68 is correct and value of y 51 is correct.